Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, I've got a really interesting reading today. I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to ask the cards, the Golden Tarot, because that's the cards I use for the British royal family. What are some of the craziest conspiracy theories about the royal family? And is there any truth to this? Now, I'm not here to offend anybody with this. I just think some of these are so bizarre that, ignoring them doesn't do them any service either, because it'd be nice just to dispel some of them. At least that's my intention. My intention isn't to trigger anybody with any of this. I just want to address some of the craziest ones. For example, is Harry not the original Harry? And this is what triggered my interest in this, because I thought that's a conspiracy theory. And my card said that that was not the original Harry. And that just got me thinking, what are some other crazy conspiracy theories? People keep asking me, can you please read and see if Diana's still alive? There's some out there that, are the British royal family lizards. Now, some of them are so bizarre, I don't know if I'm going to address them or not. That all started in 1994 with David Icke. And he said, they're lizards, and that kind of never has gone away, even though there's zero proof of what he says. But let's start with, so I've done the Harry one. Is that the original Harry? Is Harry who we see the original Harry? Yeah, sometimes we see a body double. That's a fact. And allegedly Tarot has done some work with that. But yes, the Harry who we have, who presents as Prince Harry, is the original Harry. He was not swapped out at 8 years old. So at least that's what my cards have said, and I won't address it any longer. Another one is Harry's parentage. I have not get that Hewitt is his father, but I have got that somebody else is. Even though he looks like Prince Philip, that doesn't mean whoever is the father isn't also in the family. Think about that. I don't know if I want to continue to address that one or not. So anyways, the first one I'm going to deal with is Diana still alive? Is Diana still alive? So I'm dealing with some of the craziest conspiracy theories. As you know, I don't edit my readings, so you'll just have to trust me. This is the real reading, and so be it. Because I can't do lives. My anxiety won't allow it. My stage fright, my anxiety, I can't do lives. So that I did one, and it took me 2 days to get over. So never again. All right, this is the best you'll get. Is Diana still alive? Cards are ready. Craziest conspiracy theories. Two of Swords. Maybe she hasn't decided herself. No, that's a clear no. The Emperor in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. King of Swords upright. The Hermit upright. Now, the King of Swords, as you know, is my William, and the Hermit is Harry. So here we have Harry in here, the Emperor, the King in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. This would actually be indicative of her car accident. Now, if she was alive, I would assume that she would show up in the first row, and I'm pretty sure her children would be, and their upright would be on board with this. But the first card is a no. The first card is a no. 9 of Cups, wishful thinking. Yes, wishful thinking. 4 of Wands and the Knight of Wands. 10 of Wands, it's a big burden. 3 of Wands. You know what? I think, Knight of Coins in reverse. No, you know what? Harry absolutely wishes, of course, all of us wish she was still alive here with us. I think, though, like just continually trying to watch for her. I think this Knight of Coins is our grief in some respects. What's here? The Fool. Yeah. I think, I did that one auto writing with Diana, and she said she'll be coming back soon. And I think this is what the cards are telling us, that here she's going to have a new beginning soon. The Knight of Coins in reverse, though, is telling me she's not anywhere. She's not here. She's not here. Knight of Coins in reverse is like stuck wherever you are. I think there's some wishful thinking that she's here with us. But no, the first card was a no. So I'm dispelling that. Let's see. The Chariot, the Three of Swords in reverse. That would be the car accident. Five of Swords in reverse. Eight of Swords. No, she's definitely not with us. No, Six of Swords in reverse. No, she's not with us. All right. So Diana is not with us. It's not alive. So that's the first crazy conspiracy theory. Let's do, you know what? I'm just going to address this for fun. Please don't be offended. Are the royal family lizards? I can barely say it without laughing. I'm not putting that energy into the cards at all. And as I've shown you, I cannot make the cards say what I want them to say. Oh, the Devil in reverse, Seven of Swords in reverse. That might be the Seven of Swords could be somebody's conspiracy theory, basically. So the cards are basically saying that's a conspiracy theory that people can't let go of. Cards are ready. Are the royal family lizards? I think they're chuckling along with me. Four of Coins. Actually, that's funny that this card always reminds me of Queen Elizabeth and how she kept a tight rein on the books, kept a tight rein on things. Four of Coins. King of Coins. Four of Swords in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Four of Wands upright. I'm not getting any kind of deviness. I think what the cards are telling us here is that whenever you have wealthy people, you're going to have discussions about them. Eight of Coins, look at all the money. Five of Coins on top of the Four of Swords in reverse. Seven of Coins, look at all the money. Money, 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 money. I'm not getting like Ace of Swords in reverse. Well, that's a no. That's a really solid no. I'm almost getting that this is stuck with them for a while, this Four of Wands. Interesting. Last we got Four of Wands, and then we have another Four of Wands. Ten of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups upright. So that's gaslighting. The Sun in reverse. I think that they are... This is gaslighting. This is confusion, illusion, delusion. We have the Ace of Swords. No, absolutely not. Ten of Cups in reverse. I think there might be something about, like let's face it. A lot of them have had divorces and whatnot, and we want to kind of wish they were a little bit more like us, let's say, and. They do have some secrets, 100%. Even though we don't have the High Priestess here, we have the Sun in reverse, which is darkness, that things that we can't see. And I think a lot of it has to do with the amount of money that they have, the amount of money that they have had for a very long time. We don't see them as the perfect family with this Ten of Cups in reverse. And I think there's a lot of gaslighting going on. I think, we see the pomp and circumstance with all of this, and we think they must be quite a bit different than us. But I'm not getting like, for example, the devil and what are some other cards that would indicate that they turn into lizards when the lights go out? The moon, right? Even the high priestess could be hidden secrets and whatnot. And I'm not seeing any of that. I'm seeing we get gaslit a lot, and there's a lot of confusion, and there's a lot of untruths and lies about the family. Um, and I think a lot of this, you know, I'm surprised David Icke didn't show up here, to tell you the truth. You know, just showing that maybe he wanted to make money. This actually could be him. Maybe he just wanted to make money selling his books. But generally speaking, when somebody is much higher up the echelon than us, and we wonder how they can stay up there, we come up with all kinds of, oh, they must be shysters, oh, they must be crooks, oh, they must be lizards, oh, they must, you know, drink baby's blood, whatever, right? And it's just to make them, for us in our own mind, to knock them off a little bit. Page of Swords in reverse. There's David Icke right there. Death, Two of Cups, Nine of Swords, and Six of Wands. You know what? In some respects, I think this bothers them, that these kind of rumors are around them. And I think in some respects, with this Death and Two of Cups, they try and do things to prove they aren't lizards in some ways. Like, I know they're royal and they don't have to prove anything, but I think they do try and show we're just like you. I think there is some part of it though that bothers them. Like, how could people think this of us, and how do we turn this around? But here's the little Page of Swords. I don't think that rumor will ever go away with the Page of Swords in reverse. Six of Wands here. For the most part, most people don't believe it. So they do have some victory over it. But I think this is mostly, for some reason, this bothers Charles the most. Maybe it's because, like, what do they say about my mom? Or I think this bothers Charles the most with the Death card. That's a Scorpio, and how he is, you know, trying to be, just trying to prove he's not a lizard. Can you imagine having that burden on your shoulders? So are they lizards? No, absolutely not. Eventually one day that rumor will pass, but I didn't see anything in the cards whatsoever that conspiracy theory is real. All right, so let's go on to the next one that I find that's kind of bubbles up every now and then, and that Queen Elizabeth actually died 4 years ago. Stay with me. And her twin sister has been in her place. That she actually died 4 years ago, and her twin sister took her place, and that's why Queen Elizabeth looked a little bit different in her final years. Because, as you know, even identical twins, as they age, there's little things that start to look different on them. Like, you know, if they had a different grin, they'd have different wrinkles around their mouth, or you know, maybe more wrinkles around their eyes than the other one, or it's subtle differences. But as twins age, you can see the differences in them versus when they're young, and sometimes even parents can't tell the difference between them. So anyways, and that's why people are saying Queen Elizabeth looked a lot different, a lot happier, a little bit more lighthearted. Well, number one, she lost a lot of weight because of her cancer diagnosis, so that would make you look a lot different. And number two, I think a lot of burdens were taken off of her. I think Charles was doing a secret regency at the end there, and so maybe she had a little bit more free time, a little bit more lighthearted. I don't know. Personally, I didn't see the difference, but a lot of people did. So let's ask the cards. So Queen Elizabeth actually died 4 years ago, and they put her twin sister. I mean, actually, that's two conspiracy theories, isn't it? That she was actually born with a twin. And they put her twin sister in her place. Cards are ready. Four of Swords. Well, in reverse, that is my Death card. Queen of Coins in reverse. 8 of Coins in reverse. The Sun. And the 8 of Wands. Now, right off the get-go, we have the death of Queen Elizabeth. That ended her reign, right? The 8 of Coins here in reverse. And that ended her reign. And then here's her son, the Prince of Wales. Remember, look at how that has the Prince of Wales, the 3 feathers. Are the 8 of Wands here, that he was stuck with the job. Let's see. 7 of Swords. A strategy, maybe not everything was true. 5 of Coins up in reverse, Death in reverse. So we have 2 death cards on the table. Let's see, let's continue to read. 10 of Swords in reverse. Wow, lots around this. 7 of Cups in reverse, and the Empress in reverse, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. All right. No, she did not die 4 years ago. And I'm going to tell you why. And she does not have a twin, and I'm going to tell you why. So here's the Empress. Here she is. This is the end of her life. The only upright card that we have here is the Prince of Wales. So the Queen died. She ended her reign. Here comes the Prince of Wales, reluctantly, with this 8 of Wands in reverse. And I think here the 8 of Wands is in reverse because I think he was king for a while. And here they had a strategy around her death for quite a while. Here's the 10 of Swords and the 7 of Cups and the Empress. So the end of the Empress. Now, if this 3 of Cups was upright, I'd be like, well, that's interesting. We got 3 people in agreement with this. And I think with the 3 of Cups in reverse, this is telling us that it wasn't a celebration when she died or another person came in. I was looking for another queen, to tell you the truth. I was looking for another strong female figure, or even any figure, right? For example, they say, oh, her twin went on to live a really good, happy life. And I thought maybe we'd see like the Queen of Cups, right? A good emotional, even Queen of Wands. But no, we don't have another queen on here. We just have the death of the Queen. The death of the Queen was the death of the Queen. There was some confusion around her death, and some, they didn't release the cause of death for a while. There was the confusion, which planes are there, which planes are back. But here this 10 of Swords is telling me it released her from her pain. It released her from her pain. And also, I think here, the 7 of Cups, I think there was a bit of a secrecy around who was really the regent at the end there around her death. Also, the death card is the Scorpio card on top of this, the Sun, which is the Sun, S-O-N as well, the Scorpio. And there's something here he wasn't really prepared for it, to tell you the truth. Even though they had it planned, they had the funeral, they knew it was coming. There was something here. There was something that went wrong. Something that really went wrong. But here's the end of the Empress, right? Yeah, and I think the 3 of Cups is just the way that it ended wasn't the way. I think it was a surprise that she actually died that day, to tell you the truth. And that's what it seemed like. And I think there was even something saying they knew. I mean, 2 days before she was having company at Balmoral. I think she went faster than what they thought. And then they were kind of caught a little bit flat-footed, to tell you what these cards are telling me. But did she have a twin? Did she die 4 years ago? Interesting, the 4 showed up here, but it's in reverse. If this was upright, I'd be like, there's a 4. There's a deathbed, 4. But it's in reverse. So that's telling me it wasn't 4 years ago. All right, so there's another crazy conspiracy theory that, and I'm not just listing ones that I think aren't true. Like, I'm clearing the deck, and I'm giving them to you as I see them as well. What was another crazy conspiracy theory that you just kind of shake your head around? I'm not going to do anything with Catherine. Those ones have been read about. And what's another one? Yeah, I'm not going to do, like, there was an ambulance that left, December 28th, and they've proven time and time again, and people just won't let that, they're like a dog with a bone. There was some kind of diplomat that had to get to the airport. It wasn't an ambulance. It was a motorcade, sure, but that's because it was some kind of diplomat. Somebody was visiting over Christmas, and they had to get to the airport, apparently. All right, what's another crazy conspiracy theory that I keep getting in my comments that I wonder, what the heck? I've done a lot that aren't conspiracy theories, just questions people have, like who is the daddy of this and who's the daddy of that. Oh, I know, here's one, a crazy conspiracy theory. Was King Edward, aka Duke of Windsor, aka David, was he forced to abdicate? Was he forced to abdicate? That was another crazy conspiracy theory. Was he forced to abdicate? Was King Edward, aka Duke of Windsor, aka David, was he forced to abdicate? Was he forced to abdicate? And for other reasons than marrying Wallace. Was he pushed out, and the fact that it was Wallace was the excuse? Wow, that was an interesting cut. Did you see that? Just a few hopped out. King of Wands. Nine of Coins in reverse. So that's him and that's her. The Chariot. There you go, on your bike. King of Swords in reverse. Another player has entered. And the Devil. Uh-oh. Row. I wonder if Wallace was sent by somebody the same way that Megan was sent. The Chariot, he was a Cancerian. Yeah, I think somebody else tried to control him, especially with this Devil card. I better cover up the boobies. Ooh, the Moon in reverse. The truth about Wallace. Ace of Cups in reverse. There was no love there. The Hierophant in reverse. Who in the royal family wanted him gone and used Wallace? The Star. More boobies. Eight of Swords in reverse. You know what? We might have hit on one. Six of Cups in reverse. I wonder why they didn't want him as king. Somebody from his past. Look, we got King of Swords, the Hierophant. Somebody to release him from his duties. Why didn't they want him to be king? Why did they send this star, I know she wasn't a star, but back then she was all in the papers. I mean, she was, it's probably the equivalent of Megan right now. And here she comes, the unsuccessful single divorcee. Was she sent? What's the underline here? Justice. Whoa. This conspiracy theory might be true. Three of Wands, a plan. Knight of Cups in reverse. Temperance. And I think I think it was during Sagittarius season he was done. The Fool in reverse. Four of Coins in reverse. What in the world did he do that they didn't want him as king? Was he like a drinker or on opium or something? Because that was the big thing back then, opium, right? And we don't realize it, but opium was legal back then. Doctors could prescribe you opium, heroin, cocaine. And it's just because it's the devil card here. I know he did try to come back, this Knight of Cups there, because I read on that. Did he try and knock Elizabeth off her throne? And the answer was yeah, he did. And I wonder if it's because he realized it was a plan to get him to abdicate. To get him to let go of the throne. But why? Why? What for? This is somebody from his past who, interesting, 3 of Cups in reverse. So he was backstabbed. Ace of Swords in reverse, 8 of Cups in reverse, and 2 of Wands in reverse, and 9 of Swords in reverse. This was he was trapped. He was trapped. Wow, I think we found on one that's actually true. Let's ask the cards. Who? Tell us more. Tell us why. Why? Why would they want him to abdicate, especially what it did to the royal family, to the monarchy, right? Who is this person who didn't want him on the throne? Did he have, other than his brother, George, or Bertie, who didn't want him on the throne? Who didn't want him on the throne? Now remember, we have to remember that probably Queen Elizabeth probably would have been the monarch anyways, the queen anyways, because he never had any children. And so then it would have gone to his brother when he died, but his brother was already gone. So she would have been next in line anyways, whether he abdicated or not. And who knows, maybe if he met the right person, he would have had children, but as it stands, that's another conspiracy theory. Let's see, why? Why was he forced out? And maybe Wallace was just the excuse. Why was he forced out? Why was he forced out? So, wow, we hit a conspiracy theory that I'm actually kind of shocked. I thought we would get a no negative on most of them. Why was he ousted? Why did they want him to abdicate anyways? 6 of Wands, they didn't think he could win over the people. King of Wands, they didn't think he'd be a good king. 5 of Cups, oh, his past. What was about his past? But I mean, like, that means anything. Look at the kings that have come up there that have had mistresses and illegitimate children, and Ace of Cups and the 6 of Swords in reverse. Something about his past. And they offered him an out. I think it was an offer. They didn't think he would be able to connect with the people. They didn't think he'd be a good king because of his past. Did he struggle with like a depression? So here comes an out, an offering of an out. Here, we'll just say you're in love with a divorcee, and so you can't be king. But it actually created more stress in his life. Justice in reverse. It was dirty deals. It was dirty deals. Might have been karmic. 6 of Coins, and we'll look after you, right? And he was always looked after. We'll give you you'll be a duke, and you go live abroad and you'll be looked after. I don't think they I don't think they suffered. Let's put it that way. The son on top of, I think this is the exposure, and of course would have, oh no, his brother was the Duke of York. His brother was the Duke of York. He was the Duke, or the Prince of Wales before he became king. Nine of Swords in reverse, Death in reverse, and Two of Coins. It was negotiation. Seven of Wands. You know what? I'm getting that. Because we didn't get the Hierophant. I wonder if this King of Wands here, because this is the second time the King of Wands has shown up. What he did was indefensible, and so here was the plan for a fresh new beginning. Two of Swords in reverse, 10 of Wands in reverse, 10 of Coins. It was to save the monarchy somehow. It was to relieve them of the burden of who Edward was. Like, what was it? What was it? It was definitely a planned thing that you don't have a choice here. You don't have a choice. We're relieving the monarchy of a burden to save the family. It's to save the family. Maybe because he couldn't have children, but who cares? It would have gone to Elizabeth anyways if he couldn't have children. But it was to save the monarchy somehow, the 10 of Coins, to save the legacy, to save the money, to save faced something. Him abdicating was the release of a burden. He had no choice. Well, of course he had no choice because he fell in love with apparently he fell in love with an American divorcee. I don't think that was the real reason. I think he was pushed out. He was pushed out for some reason. He was done a dirty. And we'll look after you. You'll be fine. You'll still be you'll be the Duke of Windsor, and we'll look after you right until your death. And it was a negotiation. But you know what? We don't have Wallace on here. We only had her the first time, and she was in reverse. We don't see any kind of Wallace here at all. So I think she was the ruse of it all. And I did the reading on her, and or I did the auto writing, and she had many affairs. She wasn't in love with him at all. I think she was sent. I think she was broke and she found a job. According to my cards. So here's the last conspiracy theory I'm going to do. That the Windsor men are sterile. So the Duke, we just talked about the Duke of Windsor. He didn't have any children, mind you, though. Not even any, I don't think any illegitimate children have come up. I did the reading is King George, Queen Elizabeth's real father. Somebody did a reading, are both boys of Charles, actually Charles. So let's ask, are the men of Windsor, are they sterile for some reason? A weird question, but it'll be the last one that we ask. And I know it's controversial, but we're asking the weirdest conspiracy theories, that they actually can't have children. And it just 3 generations there. Let's ask. Now, if you look at Andrew's daughters, are definitely his daughters. Edward's daughter, Lady Louise, looks so much like his dad. To me. All right, the Windsor men. The Windsor men. Okay, let's see. The Tower. Oh my God. Three of Cups in reverse. The Emperor. The Empress. So there's the Emperor and the Empress. And the Seven of Swords. Well, there's something not quite right between the Emperor and the Empress. Even though they're both here and you see babies, we see some kind of strategy, and this Three of Cups is in reverse. Like, so did they need to bring a third person in? Here's the Tower. Three of Swords upright. Five of Cups in upright, and the Seven of Wands in reverse. Whoa, the Devil. The Devil. No bums and boobies, please. We're YouTube. King of Coins in reverse. And the Six of Wands in reverse. I was looking for the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. That's the phallic symbol. What's the underlying? Six of Swords in reverse. Being stuck. You know what, guys? Okay. This Six of Wands tells me unsuccessful. The Emperors are unsuccessful. The Empresses have the Seven of Wands here with the King of Coins in reverse. I'm getting like, guys, the Chariot in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. Four of Wands upright. The World. I'm going to say that there's some truth to that. I won't go in to say I've done that. Reading that was King George, Queen Elizabeth's father, and the answer was no. And David, of course, never had any children. Charles, I mean, there's rumors about Harry, of course, but that would have been an affair that Diana had. You know, to get the next king, to relieve some stress, other males, we got two kings here in reverse, had to come in to provide for the birth. Here's the World. This can also be the pregnancy card, right? The baby's inside. Four of Wands upright here as well, which is the for them to relieve some stress and provide heirs. I honestly think they needed to bring in other sperm. I know it's a conspiracy theory, but I'm seeing two different people. So, do I dare ask about Charles and the boys? And because that would change the whole line of succession, wouldn't it? Or do I just leave it? Or do I just leave it for another day? How about you let me know if you want me to read on it? Are both boys not Charles? And we have to remember Charles would have come, I mean, he's actually birthed from the Queen, and his father wasn't a Windsor. So Charles is definitely in the line. Queen Elizabeth is definitely in the line. I mean, a lot of them look so similar, but that doesn't mean that it's the father that you think it is. There's lots of men in that line, right? So, for example, a lot of people say, well, Harry looks like Philip as he gets older. He looks like, that doesn't mean Charles is his father. Charles has brothers and cousins. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. All right. Um, I think we did stumble on something here. I think we have a couple of Windsors that are unable. They needed a strategy to provide the next heir. Let me know if you want me to read on if both boys are Charles. Let me know. I won't do it unless the majority want it, because I don't even know if I want to know myself, to tell you the truth. But this was fun. What did you think of this? I thought it was fun. There's some really crazy conspiracy theories out there. If you can come up with some other ones that you've heard that you'd like me to read on, maybe I'll do part two in the next few days. So list your questions down in the comments and let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching. I sure appreciate you. Please take good care. Bye for now.